purposefully. It wasn't getting any of you at all. Oh, goodness gracious. My pile is gigantic.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to remember all the things.
You also had like an entire hour.
Yes.
Like 2 hours, really.
But look at this.
Yeah, I know. We didn't even get through all of them because I couldn't read that one. And you had.
Well,
you still
honestly. Hey, Darth Vader #1 comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do I really need to say anything about it?
I think there's like 2, possibly 3 different stories in it because I was flipping through because I was like, I really want to read this one, but I couldn't decide which one I wanted to read. So
you're not seeing things. This is not the other Darth Vader series.
It's a different one.
It's a totally new Darth Vader series.
So yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. Why don't you take a few?
Oh, I should go?
Yeah.
Alright, so I had to read this one really quickly, so I'm not going to be able to give you awesome details about it, but Wonder Woman Steve Trevor's special was really cool. So it's really Steve going off on an adventure on his own to return someone to the island where they can drink from the water and become young again. So, yeah. So there's a bad girl that he fights, and implications. I don't know. He just wants to get back to go on a date. Is that the way it usually goes? Alright, and... Alright, yep, I can keep going. One of my very favorite series of all Mark Millar's, Reborn. So we've been following Bonnie around. Remember, she's the old lady. This is 6. This is the end run of the series.
Oh, okay.
This is it.
Cool.
So, hey.
Train's coming out soon.
Oh, I know. I'm super excited. So you remember she's the old lady that is in the coma, and she goes, and she's a young woman who is the savior of a different world. She's young there, so, and she meets up with her dad, who's also young, and she's there to save her husband, who's also young, so, her dog is even there.
Yeah.
Who had died before. So, people who have died and gone on before go to this other world. So she's kind of stuck in between because she's in a coma. And that resolves in the storyline. And she fights this big baddie here that looks kind of like the devil. It's a really, really awesome, twisty ending. I loved it. Your turn!
Alright. This one, Mighty Mouse. #1. So it's totally not like a Mighty Mouse comic. It's like about a kid who loves, like, Mighty Mouse is his favorite character.
Oh.
So, and so like, he writes and draws his own comics featuring himself. He's a kid that gets really, really bullied a lot at school. And so Mighty Mouse is who saves him in his comics.
When he writes, he's like imagining that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. And yes, Mighty Mouse is coming out of the TV screen.
He is coming to save the day.
He is coming to save the day.
Love it. Alright, and the end of this little short series, which, oh my goodness, the way it ends up makes me believe absolutely they need to jump back into this series. It was designed as a little 3-issue run. This is from IDW. It's called Night Owl Society. James Van House is a writer-creator. We love him. He's come to our store, and we're super excited about it. Remember, this is the story of a young man who gathers a bunch of kids from his high school to go and defeat this evil bad man, who ends up being his dad. That's not a spoiler. We've known since the end of #1. Yeah. There are more twists in this book, though. So yeah, his dad basically kills the priest that's his friend, and this book starts with him wanting to go to the funeral. But there are many, many, many more twists in this book that finishes in another cliffhanger. Thank you, James, for writing a really great book. Should I go again?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Extremity, Skybound Image.
I had to work, man.
Remember, this is the story about the two warring factions. You got a girl and her brother. The brother has extra superpowers. And their dad, and they go and find the guy who is responsible for their mother's death to finish it out and really have revenge, but it doesn't work out the way they believe it's going to. So Extremity's been amazing. So this is issue number 4. And then a book I've been waiting for a long time because it's written by Cullen Bunn and I love everything that he does. This is called Unsound. It's about this nice young lady who starts her new job in an insane asylum and immediately makes you wonder and question about your own sanity. Thanks a lot. I needed that. My already crazy day. It's really good.
Iceman.
Iceman!
So I don't really know a lot about the X-Men. I watched a few of the movies.
Well, this would be good. You can tell me whether someone that doesn't know anything about X-Men can jump in.
So totally. They totally give you basically everything that you need to know. Before you he's Iceman. It's pretty self-explanatory. He's got ice powers.
Mm-hmm.
And then you actually meet his parents. He has to, his dad, it's not a heart attack, it's some pericarditis or something like that.
Fancy name.
Basically, it's an infection around the heart. And, so he has to go to the hospital to see his dad, because it's just he has to go.
Yeah, like every normal son should.
Exactly. And they actually mention that he's not been around his parents for a while, because he's been busy, saving the world. And
it's probably not safe for him to be around them either.
No, exactly.
These bad guys probably come sniffing around.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why, they're totally fine with it. But, of course, if he's in the hospital, he's going to go see him. And, but basically, it's basically his struggles as a X-Man that wants to be around his family but can't for part of the issue. And then, of course, there's a bad guy.
Always has to be a bad guy.
There's always a bad guy.
It's important.
And, I don't know if this mentioned before, but his younger self is transported to from the past. Him from the past has been transported to the future, so he's totally training himself.
Super confusing and awesome.
Yeah. But he introduces himself, and it's really good. Really like the issue.
Sweet.
Try not to add more things to my
I know. Sorry, sister. That's going to happen whenever you read the books. All right, and we have reached the end of the Master Race. So this is issue number 9.
No way.
Yes.
I thought it was just going to keep going on and on.
Thank you, Frank Miller and Brian Azzarello, for this really awesome ride.
Yeah.
This is the climax of the battle between the Kryptonians that have come to try to steal away Superman's daughter, and they thought he was dead, and he comes back, of course, and Batman and he do the things.
Of course they do the things.
Yeah. It's got a sweet little interior to you. Like always, read the outside book first and the little thing in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very good, this book. I love the crazy art style, because
You read the one I wanted to read.
What, Baby Teeth?
Yes.
You can read it too.
I know, but I still have to finish. I still have to finish a couple of these that I had to skim through because I got here after 5.
All right, Donnie Cates, hey. We missed you from a couple weekends ago. Oh, goodness. Lip dropping things. Baby Teeth is everything you promised us that it would be. I read this as an advanced copy. It had been so long I had completely forgotten what it was about. Because I read way too many books. But yeah, it is a story of a young girl who gives birth to the Antichrist, for lack of better terms. But it doesn't really address that in this book very much. It really is just about her keeping her pregnancy secret, and just how she deals with that. And what happens during the actual birth is pretty surprising. So this is a really great start for this book. An easy read. You don't have to feel evil about reading it. It's just good, clean, fun. What if this happened? What if this happened? What if it was your baby? It just happened to be.
Well, okay. It kind of reminds me of what's going on in Supernatural right now.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, and I'm loving stuff that's coming out from Lion Forge. So here's a brand new title from them. Oh, absolutely. Hey, Devin Bunches. Okay, so this is Jazz Maynard, which is his actual guy's name. So, for lack of a better term, he is a really great jazz musician. He plays the trumpet, but not really anything to do with the story at all. It kind of is a jump back and forth between what happened then and what's happening now. He comes home. And it tells the story of why he's come home. He actually went to another city to go rescue his sister, who was promised one thing and got another. So it kind of feels a little bit like, what's my other favorite one dude on a mission? John Wick. And the art feels a little like that. And then the art also reminded me a lot of Aeon Flux, those really angular faces, really gorgeous art. And the paper makes you feel like you're reading a $20 million book because the paper is amazing. And for this one also. So Lion Forge does not skimp on their paper. Feels expensive. This is Averado. This is number 2, also from Lion Forge. This is my Lion Forge right here, Nate Parker. And this is that story that takes place in Montreal. One guy who's out of work, he's met up with another girl who's also arrived in town trying to do that. Remember last issue, they rented themselves a box, which is a hotel room that's a tiny little box you can stay in. And they've gone out into the streets, and there just happens to be a rebellion going on in the streets. So they get caught up in that, and he does something that's probably going to get him in a lot of trouble. You probably should go, because we're getting close to being evens here.
Are we now? Okay.
No, kind of.
Alright.
You're saving that one, aren't you?
Of course I am. That's the one everybody freaked out about. I was like...
I couldn't say my favorite to last this week because there were way too many of my favorites.
Yeah.
So I just kind of said, oh,
So this one, I can't remember if I read Superman number 23 or not.
No, I read it, I think.
Okay. Yes. No. Maybe. I don't remember if I read the last one, but I know I read the one before it.
Okay.
Where, Lois, where John has to watch his parents basically, get messed up. Everything is messed up right now.
John's probably not going to grow up to be like a normal kid anyway.
I mean, he already has superpowers, so that's already out the window.
I know. That poor guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just wants to live on the farm and have a normal life, but they all moved back to the city. So what's happening now in the city?
So, John is now back with his dad. Lois is still in the hospital. Which, you know, after what happened.
Yes.
Yes. And there's not really a whole bunch that I really want to, because it's...
So you just want to set it up for everybody?
So basically, Superman, you know, he is... Did you say who the villain?
No, I don't ever say who the villain is because that's kind of like part of the thing.
I know. So, I mean, he's out there now, so I'm not sure if...
So the villain is out.
Yes. Oh yeah. Superman is totally fighting him.
In these books.
And, you know, John... There's just so much that I cannot say without giving anything away.
You can just say.
So...
Lois is just in the hospital.
Lois in the hospital, Superman fighting villains.
Mm-hmm.
And,
okay.
even
so the storyline is called Black Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any hints in that either.
Once you read it, you'll understand it.
Uh-huh. Alright, remember, in The Walking Dead, when last we left it, in number 167, something really bad happened. Someone died. I'm not going to say who, because it just... in case you haven't read it, I'm not going to mess that up for you.
Or if you're, you know.
Yeah. So, this happens right afterwards. So this issue basically takes straight off after that, and it's an entire issue, pretty much, of Negan trying to find a path forward for all the groups that are involved. And he makes some ridiculous suggestions, by the way. And there's lots of F-bombs. Hey, it's Negan!
Yeah.
And
I know who that is.
Yeah. I cannot even tell you how much I love this book. I cannot express more love for Rock Candy Mountain. If you're not reading Rock Candy Mountain and you think, that book's not for me, it's about hobos and tramps and dudes that have magical sticks and that cannot be killed, and guys named Pomona Slim that just happen to be bumming it with them, and they're on this quest to find Rock Candy Mountain. You should totally get this book! Alright, this is issue number 3. You are probably going to have to get 1 and 2 to know where we are, but I kind of caught you up. You're okay. More magical stuff is revealed in this book, but I just cannot get over like the jargon that they use. And then at the end, there's always my favorite thing, when at the end they explain a bunch of stuff. So at the end of this one, since it actually discusses, like, here's the devil. There's the devil on the front. It actually gives you the entire history, the real history of Lucifer and the name devil and all of those things through all of history, where that came about. So your head will get bigger, you'll be smarter. How can you not love those things?
Alright. Oh, this is a hard one.
If there is
I
not...
have no idea what's going on in this one.
If there are not magical things at the end of this map of Rock Candy Mountain, I will riot. Kyle Starks, be aware.
So, the divided states of hysteria.
I really wanted to read that one, but I could not get reading fast enough.
Yeah. I mean, you had a lot to read, and I had a lot to read.
So tell me it's awesome.
I have no idea.
You don't know what's going on? Oh, that's
No
even
idea.
better.
I had to skim it really fast. It's literally a minute to skim it.
Is there, it looks like a girl under there. Is this the main character as a girl?
Not in the book.
Not in the book!
Not in the book.
Fished. Oh.
I know, right? Basically, the president and, like, all of his cabinet and everybody's been assassinated.
Like Trump the president, or just
I don't know.
Just pretend president? We don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Because Trump is in one of my other books.
They do not show it because it's like that's just like at the beginning. That's already happened.
You just know that that's gone on.
Yes. Very first panel literally says president. Everybody's been assassinated. So basically everything has gone to chaos, and they basically take you through Frank. His back, like, he's the leader of the CIA.
Okay.
So it's basically following his story, and it was a lot to read, and I was like,
now.
Yes, I'm gonna go back and read it
the
too.
The divided states of hysteria.
Yeah.
Always all chaotic because there's no one leading us. Howard Chaykin did it, so it's totally awesome.
Yeah. Well, and it's like they're trying to get like every anti-terrorist force, all the anti-terrorist forces to DC. Which, it's not a good idea to have them all in one spot. Bad idea, just in general.
Yeah, they might talk. Alright, and from Vault Comics, Heathen. Now this book, and Vault in general, has set the world on fire with their awesomeness. They also use really great paper. Which, as you can tell, I'm a very textural person.
Yes.
If you have good paper, I like your books. Okay. Remember, this is the story of a Valkyrie and her quest, and basically have her travel. I know you really want to read these books.
Yes, I do.
So in this book, she goes to a town and helps prevent. There's a person there that's been accused of being a witch, but she's kind of like, hey, we've had witches around forever. What's your big deal? It's just the conditions under which they want to kill this witch. So she prevents that. But there's other cool, twisty things in this book. And the most gorgeous art you've ever seen. Oh, so good. And Amazing Spider-Man number 28. So this one has a really cool twist in it. You're going to see a major battle between Norman Osborn and Peter Parker, Spider-Man. But the twist is that Norman has a bunch of things he's using that actually take away powers that Spidey would normally use. So it is a no-hold-barred, just as it says on the cover. Fight between both of them, with neither of them using powers other than Norman using his power-taking away ability. And the end of it leads up to major coolness because you're going to have a new character arriving soon. You can probably guess who it might be if you read Spider-Man at all. All right, the biggest, thickest book ever comes out this week.
100 pages. And I was like, really getting into it, and then it was like, oh wait.
She was sitting over there laughing. I was like, going, sister, read faster.
It's hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and finish it now.
All right, what's it called?
It's Superman and Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm. Makes complete sense.
Yes. I can't even remember how to pronounce that villain's name from Superman that was... who took John before.
Mitzelplick.
Yes.
Or something else, but that's the way I say his name. So you, come on, fighting words. What? Someone likes it, so it's probably at least okay for one person. Everyone else is going, you're so dumb, Miss Janet says spelled something else.
Oh, that totally makes sense. He's in it, and the Dodo from the Looney Tunes. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love that thing.
Yes. So...
Can't remember its name. Someone knows. Post it up there.
No, it's Dodo.
Is it just Dodo?
It's just Dodo.
I swore it had a name.
Uh-huh. So, it's just a total standalone thing, as far as I can tell. I didn't get all the way through it.
So you said there were multiple stories in it, though?
No. It's all
Which one?
It's all one.
Oh,
it was probably Darth Vader. Because that one I'd been able to flip through before I came over. Because I was like, I want to see the things while I set my gloves on.
So is it this kind of art, or is it regular?
I mean, it's the Superman is totally different artwork than the Looney Tunes.
I like that kind of mix.
Yeah.
The West Son of Krypton.
The West Son of Krypton. So it's got like the cartoony, but then like at the beginning, it's that's basically the art style.
Oh, that's
so.
So it's not a cheap book, but it's
no, it's
for
not.
The amount of pages you get.
It's the art is so good, and the.
There's no more fun in there. It's not just Bugs Bunny.
No, it's literally all of the Looney Tunes.
Okay, and so this is cool because
it's a mashup between all of the DC superheroes and all of the Looney Tunes.
Oh goodness gracious!
And it's gonna totally kick off the mashup.
Mm-hmm. So it's like Marvin Manhunter and Marvin the Martian, and Foghorn Leghorn, and I can't remember who Foghorn is. Is it the Tasmanian Devil? No, I think Tasmanian Devil is Wonder Woman. I can't remember. But anyway, they were really cool mashups coming soon.
I don't know, but they're all in there, and it's amazing, and Speedy Gonzalez is in it, and I'm like, yes!
Yeah! Alright, one of my favorite new characters, and I don't know why, because if he opened his mouth to say anything nice to me, it would just blow my face off. Black Bolt. This is number 2. Okay, so you should probably start reading something Inhumans. If you're watching Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you've been exposed to Inhumans. If you're reading Black Bolt or Uncanny Inhumans, or any of those things, you probably have got an idea, or the Royals, you probably know what these guys are. But remember, Black Bolt has been sent off to a prison that was meant for his brother, Maximus, okay? So now he's stuck in there. And he has all of these other prisoners that are stuck in there with him. Some of them are kind of set up as guards, and some of them are just in there with him being tortured. The fun about this prison is that they will torture you until you die, and then they bring you back to torture you some more and kill you again. So that's where Black Bolt is right now. Read it. It's a very happy book. I lie.
I only have one left.
All right, so I'll read this one, and then I'll get you do that one, okay?
Okay.
All right. X-Men Gold. So we are all the way up to number 5. When last we saw Kitty Pryde and Peter and the rest of the group, Gambit had crossed and double-crossed the person who hired him to bring these nanites. And they escaped and got into Sentinel technology, and now you've got nanites and Sentinel technologies married together in this one being, which is all kinds of trouble because he does not have to stay in one place, in one body.
That's not good.
Oh, so bad. But it's really good. It's a great book. You should read it.
Batman. Just get it. Just buy it.
These will disappear off the stands. You will not be able to find a copy after tomorrow, guaranteed.
Yes. I'm not saying
something
anything.
happens between the two things on the front cover.
Which I don't know if you can tell. I can't tell if I hold it here if you can see because the low battery thing is up again.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, they can see it. It doesn't matter if we can see it. By the way, I was in the warehouse and I heard every girl.
Not me.
That was processing. You didn't do it? Are you sure?
No, I didn't look
every girl processing the book, I guess.
I didn't look because I wanted to be surprised whenever
and
I read
they were like, "Wah!" Like, no lie, it was louder than that. I was like, what just happened?
I put my headphones on so they could at least talk about it, and then they were like, okay, Hannah, we're done. I'm like, oh, are you sure? And then they started squealing again. But now I totally get why.
Yeah.
And, yeah, get your hands on a copy. I need to get that book.
That book. All right, and one of my favorite things of all time, Secret Empire and anything attached to it, because you know me. There's only one this week, which left me like crazy in the head, but they gave me a taste. So, this is 3 stories in a little book called Brave New World.
That's probably why.
So, yeah, you're okay to, like, if you can't get a hold of this, it's not the end of the world, but I think they're important stories. So, you've got 3 stories that are important. You've got one that definitely has to deal with Namor and how he is fitting into this whole storyline, because remember, you got either the heroes are stuck outside the global shield or underneath the Dark Force thing, and they're all stuck in New York. So you've got those 2 big groups, and I guess that Namor gets stuck under the sea. So you're going to see how he deals with it. It makes me angry. And you've got a story with Gwenpool, which is truly a funny one. It's funny. And then you've got one with Giant Man that shows up and tries to do things, and it actually works pretty well.
You have to read that one to me.
So this is all these different groups, how they're dealing with being under the foot of Hydra. The Giant Man one's really cool because it involves his family and him having to come to their rescue. Alright, so that's some of the books this week. There are other really good ones too.
There are that we just didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you can totally find something that you will love this week. So, go find some comic books that you can love at the store that you love. Use comicbooklocator.com if you don't know where to go.
Yeah. Or just Google.
Yeah. Or Google it. Yeah, we live in a cool age.
Or Facebook.
Or Facebook.
Or Twitter.
I don't know what we're eating tonight, because we usually tell you what we're going to eat. I don't know. We're probably going to go to...
I'm so hungry.
We'll probably go to Popeyes and take advantage of their Tuesday special. So.
Or Buffalo Wild Wings.
Or Buffalo Wild Wings. They also have Tuesday specials, because, yeah. It's a
big
chicken kind of night.
Buffalo...
Oh gosh, Buffalo mac and cheese. Now you said the words out loud! I must acquire it. By the way, I have a huge affection for anything that has buffalo and mac and cheese. I don't care if it's a sandwich or a burger.
They ran out of it the other night.
It's the end of the world.
You weren't there.
Go this room. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Hit that.